We are back live on the show floor from Couchbase Connect to Europe. I'm still exhausted, but we're here with Chief Architect. Principal Architect. I like Chief Architect. We should change it.
We're working on it.
Okay. Principal Architect Perry Krug. And you just had a session this morning. Can you take our audience through the session, what you went over, and what you've been excited about so far here at Couchbase Connect?
Sure, Eric. So I had the opportunity of presenting an introduction to the Couchbase data platform, and so talking about all the different capabilities, the services and the access patterns that are part of the platform, all the way from your cloud and data center out to the edge. So it was a bit of a whirlwind tour. I had to compress about 8 years of Couchbase experience down into 30 minutes. So I hope the audience was able to understand at least like 10-15% of it. But the good thing is it's been recorded, so you can watch it. You can watch it after, maybe slow it down by 2 or 3x and make it last for an hour. But no, it was a good session. It's great to be back here at Connect. I've been doing these for a number of years now. The keynotes earlier today were really good, I thought. All of our exec staff, from Peter and Ravi and Scott, just gave a great, and Matt Kane gave a great picture of where Couchbase is now, where we're headed, what we're doing, how we're helping customers, how we're enhancing the product. So that was a great session. I think everybody really got a lot out of it.
And so, talking about the fact that you've been with us for 8 years, you have been with us in a lot of different ways within the 8 years, as an American citizen, as a UK citizen, and then back as an American citizen, and now back as a UK citizen. Talk a little bit about, one, what your job role is now, and then some of the things that you've done throughout the years.
Yeah. So I'll do it in reverse. But so I started off, I was the first sales engineer and the first support engineer at Couchbase. So joined back in 2010. We were 12 people globally at the time, and this was in Mountain View, California, and spent a couple years working there. And then as we grew, as we got more customers, we decided we needed to expand into Europe. And so back then the discussion was, well, should we move into Berlin or should we move into London? And it was really based upon where we hired our first salesperson first. That happened to be in London. And so I was sent over in 2012 to London to open up our office here. We're now in our technically fourth office here in London as we've grown. I spent 2 years working here, building out the team, the sales and engineering and marketing and all the different kind of functions we have here in the UK as our global European headquarters. And then I said 2 years was enough. I did what you sent me over to do, and so I went back to the US, moved into San Francisco. I managed the West Coast SE team. So you remember Justin Michaels? He's my successor. So I was doing his job. Did that for 2 years, and then literally woke up one morning in the middle of the night and turned over to my wife at the time and said, "Hey, you want to go back to London?" And she turned over and said, "Yeah, I kind of do." So a couple months later, I had the opportunity to come back to London. I'm based here now. Have been here for about 2 years now, working with our strategic customers, our biggest customers, kind of being their liaison between what they want out of the product and what they're trying to do with Couchbase, and then how we're trying to make that happen in the engineering and product management and all those sort of sides.
And so, I mean, you've done a ton for us. And we've gone through so many changes in those 8 years. But I feel like, talking about the fact that we were expanding and everything else, we've done so much of that in hyperdrive, so to speak, in this last couple of years, couple months, really. Talk about the changes that you've seen from the company and all the big things that we've been doing and the things that are still coming out that you've been most excited about and that you're most excited for.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 8 years feels both like a lifetime and also like the blink of an eye. I mean, it's gone so fast. We've made so many changes. We've gone from 12 people worldwide to 340, 350 now, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? We're gonna be 1,000. We're gonna be a 2,000. We're gonna be a 3,000 person company at some point. A lot of things haven't changed, right? The product itself has grown, has improved, has expanded, but we've kept true to our roots. And we were a much simpler product back then. We had some good customers doing things at very high scale, and they can continue to do that while we've added all this new capability, new features. And so it's been this really nice balance of, yes, a lot of growth and a lot of change, but also keeping core to our roots and what has made Couchbase known for, and made us good at what we do. So, I'm looking forward to the growth of the company. I'm looking forward to the growth of our customer base. I'm looking forward to the new and exciting things that they're able to do with Couchbase. I'm looking forward to the new things that we're going to bring out with the product, but I'm also really looking forward to keeping the same energy, the same capability, the same core philosophies that we have as we've grown and expanded. I mean, the product is just phenomenal. I get the opportunity to talk to customers every single day, and I could not have stayed at a company for 8 years if the product did not work as well as Couchbase does. And yes, the people are important. Yes, the market is important. Yes, our partners and everybody is important to making that happen, but the product is paramount and is like none other.
And are you going to be at Silicon Valley Connect as well?
I am going to be at Silicon Valley. I was at New York a couple months ago.
I missed you at New York.
I'm sorry, we didn't get a chance to talk, but I try to make myself get a chance to go to all these events and either speak or do the demo, and meet with customers of all walks and all parts of the globe.
I think that's like the second or third photobomb we've.
I know a lot of people. 8 years has given me a lot of people who would like to come and give me a heads up.
It's funny because Peter was my first interview. Not a single person, and everyone knows Peter, but they were just like, "That's not the one I'm going to photobomb."
They might be scared of Peter. I don't think anybody's scared of me. I hope not.
I don't know. I mean, I shouldn't say it on camera, but he's not threatening. He's too.
Is it the British accent? Is that
I think
what
it
makes
is.
it just very subdued? Yeah.
Because you don't have the British accent yet.
No,
If you get that, it's hard.
Listen, no offense to the Brits, and I love London. I love living in London. I don't want a British accent. I like my New York accent. If I have a couple beers in me, it gets a lot stronger. I will prefer to keep that for as long as possible.
It's fair. I'm New Jersey. I don't know that I have an accent, but I'm sure.
I don't think you do. I don't have an accent. You don't have an accent. It's everybody else around us.
Yeah,
all the non-East Coasters that have accents.
Well, it's because I don't sound like the people on the Jersey Shore, and I hope I don't look like the people on the Jersey Shore, minus the beautiful six-pack that's in the works.
You've got one underneath there, don't you, Eric?
Really, it's underneath a lot of things, but that's fair. All right, well, I appreciate their time, and I know that we will probably get to talk again at Silicon Valley.
My pleasure, Eric. It was a pleasure talking to you and all of you out there. Thanks for joining in and listening. Stay tuned for the demo later on this afternoon. It's going to be incredible.
Thank you.
Thanks.